All right, folks, so every student has their own learning style. I understand that, and the virtual classroom might be difficult for some. So what are a few things teachers can do to keep everyone up to speed in a virtual classroom? So we've invited educator and distance learning expert, Lisa Wilson, to share a few tips that I'm certain will be useful. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Well, one,
Hi, good morning. I'm good.
how you been coping in all of this?
I'm not going to lie to you. It has been a stressful time, a challenging time, but an exciting one
All right,
in the same breath.
couple of questions. Let me get this out. How long you been teaching, period?
14 years.
And how long have you been teaching online?
Fully 1 year face to face, but then there's also doing Google Classroom as well.
So
And
you
that's been for 3 years
so you would have started obviously before the pandemic.
before.
Right, because
Yes.
I remember saying last week that online teaching slash learning is not something new,
No.
but at the expanse that we're, I don't know if that's the right word, but the way we are doing it now is very new for especially the youngsters. How
Yes.
difficult might it be for a young man who has everything? He has the laptop or the tablet, so he has all the resources to learn. But how difficult might it be for someone who's not accustomed to that?
One of the things we have to consider is the personality and even the learning style of the children. You may have all the devices, but if you're not the type of person to sit alone in a room with a computer, it will be difficult. And even the time span as well for these classes, looking at a screen, that also is going to be quite difficult for both the students and teachers as well.
All right, so you're teaching me, and I'm going online for the first time. What do you tell me? Not what you teach me, but what do you tell me to relax, get accustomed to this? This is useful. How do you get me to fit in?
Well, first of all, I would like Nick to all the other social media the students use because we're going to be doing videos, chats. What I try to do, and I advise teachers who I train to do, use tools that will be very interesting for the students. So I'll be making them relaxed by informing them that this will not be oh, I'm just going to sit and talk to you and you'll be bored. And no, we'll try to get them as involved as possible, just as if they were right in front of me and
Yep.
to make the class interesting by using very interactive online tools.
All right. So, as a teacher for 14 years, did you have to change your style when you went online, or did you just what you did in front of the kids, you did the same thing online?
I try to keep my students, try to keep some form of normality. So some of the things I used to do in class, the class discussions, the games, those are things I've incorporated in my online classes as well. However, some of the protocols have to change. Where we may have a double session class for an hour and 20 minutes, that cannot be the case right now. Computer fatigue, vision fatigue, headache, it's a serious thing when it comes to looking at a screen for too long. And then to also consider the children will be having 5 to 6 other classes the same way. We have to break up the sessions in order to help the students to get a break, even the teachers as well, to get a break, relax, drink some water before going back to the screen. So those are things that we have to take into consideration when we are going to be going online.
Does that mean shorter class time and a longer day?
Not necessarily. We have to consider two ways of learning online, the synchronous and asynchronous. Asynchronous means the student gets the information that they need and in their leisure, in their time. If whenever the internet comes back, whenever light comes back, they're able to go and go through the material, whether it's the video or the notes or the activity, and learn on their own. Whereas synchronous, you are online in class with the teacher. The teacher is going through the material with you. You are doing the work when it is due at a certain time. So we have to break it up so that we both have the synchronous running and the asynchronous. So not to extend the day per se, but you're also giving them a chance to be involved in the class, but then work on their own to still learn and keep up.
Yep. I don't know if you were watching slash listening before we came to you, listening to some of the youngsters
Yes.
who were talking about that. And I said that wouldn't the teachers also have to learn how to do all of this? And in preparing for this, I understand that you teach teachers, don't you?
Yes, yes, I do.
So where would the teacher have to learn? Which area in online learning will the teacher have to learn?
Well, it's a vast array of things that they'll have to get adjusted to. First, they'll have to choose a learning platform because learning tools and learning platforms are two different things. So you'll have to choose a platform where you'll actually be doing the live classes with the students. You'll be recording their grades. You'll be posting the notes, the videos. So you need a learning platform to have that information. And then you also need the tools. What tools are going to be available to you for your subject area? For example, um, those who may teach science, there is a tool called PHET, PHET. They do online simulations of experiments. So, you're combining this chemical with this chemical. You may not be able to do it with your teacher in class, but you'll see a pretty close resemblance of what the reaction should look like when you do it online. There are those who teach art. There is the Google Draw that allows you to draw with the kids. The children can paint. So you have to be familiar not only with something you're going to be using on a permanent basis for learning, for managing your class, but also tools that will be available to make your class interesting.
Yep. Explain learning platform.
Okay, the learning platform is essentially where is the base. That is your classroom. So this is where you're going to be creating your classes. For example, Google Suite, the Google Suite for Education is a fantastic thing, and I know it is something that my school, we have been using, and the Ministry of Education, they are trying to also get it so that the other schools in Jamaica can get access to it as well. So you manage your classes there, you mark the attendance, you record their grades, you communicate with parents through there, you post assignments, you post notes, and for Google Suite, you actually have the link to have your live meetings as well.
Yeah. I've been doing this program for a long time, and I've seen people come here quite educated, quite confident, but get very nervous when they sit beside us there in front of a camera.
Like myself.
Well, you don't seem to be nervous, but what about those teachers who might not be as au fait as they should be with the online thing? Might that happen to them, and might that hurt them and the children because they're not where they're supposed to be?
It could. But Neville, this is where training comes in. This is where collaboration comes in. Right now, for example, I am training some teachers with the National Teaching Council, JTC. And what we're doing, we are now training teachers from all over Jamaica in using Google Suite for Education. And this is where Google Classroom is, Google Docs, Google Slides, and all of those things. And this is where the collaboration comes in and support, because there are teachers who are very familiar with technology. It's going to be easy for them to transition, and then there are those who are not. And it is these kind of situations that allows us to help those teachers who need the support so that they will be able to do what it is they need to do to support the students.
Yeah. I hope when I'm nervous, I'm as confident as you are. By the way, Ms. Dunspad still, teach me something. Show me something that you will do. Show me something. Give me
Okay, I have something very nice for you.
Make sure
hopefully something simple for you.
Make sure I pass.
How good are you in English?
Not good at nothing at all, but go on, man. Let's see. Go.
Okay, now we had Simone. Simone was supposed to be a part of this activity.
Right.
But yes, if she can run on, because it's a team activity, I want her to participate.
I'm not certain if we can get her right now, but go on and let me try. Let me try by myself.
All right, no problem. Okay, so I'm now introducing to my lesson.
Hold on, Simone is here. Because she's brighter than me, so if me don't get it, she will get it. All right, go, Liz. We don't have a lot of time.
So this is my lesson. I'm going to take you to the class activity.
Right.
So this is something we would have done before in a previous class.
Right.
And this is now where we're going to do a kind of formative assessment to see how much you have learned.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Simone, you can do it.
Oh, boy.
All right, go. Let's show. So all I'm seeing is a blank page.
Yes, I know. It's coming up. It's technology. You know how it is. We have to give it a little time.
Okay.
So my game is starting.
Hopefully class we done before it come up.
Right? One can only hope.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So Simone, I'm giving you this lovely lady right here. And you are the little monster, Neville. So,
Oh,
Simone, I'm
good.
going to spin the wheel for you.
I have the
This
money.
is types of sentences.
Okay.
Simone, a declarative sentence has a question mark at the end. True or false?
False, miss. It is a interrogative sentence.
Right.
There you go.
Oh,
Well, if Simone ever there, I'm going zero already.
I wonder if those 100 point can go supermarket.
Neville, you
Yeah.
get a special feature. You'll find out what you get. Your question, Neville. Name the sentence below. Is Simone a lovely lady?
And also give the answer.
Wait.
Yes.
Well, it's not. What say? Is Simone a lovely lady? Hey,
What type of sentence is it?
hey,
A.
yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
No, say, me is the brightest man in the entire world.
Simone, your turn.
Give her a hard one, no miss.
These are
All right,
wicked.
Simone. This means that the next one you get, you'll get 2 times the marks.
Okay.
Which means it's easy for her.
Name the following sentence. It seems Neville gave a lot of trouble when he used it seems. That is a declarative statement.
Declarative. Awesome. And you got the 200 marks.
Woot, woot, woot.
Anyway, we have a couple minutes to news, so unfortunately we have to go now because we
Not
can't,
a problem.
we can't miss news. So I win the game. Thank you very much.
How you win the game? Your maths is off. We should have done
She
maths.
never asked me if I can do maths, if I can do English. Miss Lee, thank you so very much. You were very, very good just
You are
now.
most welcome.
Yeah, man, and look after yourself. Stay safe, you and your family, all right?
Thank you.
Fun
Same
tool.
to you.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Lisa Wilson, educator and distance learning expert. Up next, 5 things Jamaican school children had to know by heart. Well, you know, me never know none of them. But we soon come back. Stay with us. News in 5 gonna come.